What a wild ride it has been in AFCON. So it was Senegal versus Egypt on one side of the bracket. Senegal progressing through 1-0 over Egypt. And on the other side, it was Nigeria who were taking on Morocco. After going to PKs, Morocco advanced on penalty kicks. So in the final on Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, it is going to be Senegal who are taking on Morocco. So let's welcome in our guy, Nico Cantor, who made the trip from New York all the way over to Morocco. It's Nico. You guys know that he's an Argentinian, but there's Morocco. He's got Moroccan blood running through, don't you, Nico?
Yeah, ever since the World Cup 2022, Claudia, the Moroccan people have been very close to my heart. Well, I had a commentary during the 2022 World Cup. If you guys didn't know, that went viral in Morocco. I called the Morocco-Portugal game that sent Morocco through to the semifinals. So that piece of commentary went viral, and I've been getting the VIP treatment, very warm, from the Moroccan people ever since.
Does the VIP treatment not extend to get a stand for your phone?
No, it doesn't. But I go to the gym enough where I think I can stay steady. I'm going to try my best, Jeff.
As I'm going to stay steady, he's like this.
It looks like noodle arms to me because... Nico, I'm also questioning, are you actually in Morocco? You could be anywhere right now.
Honestly, it looks like I'm in Manchester, Jeff. Back there, what you're supposed to be seeing is what you're seeing right now on the walls next to this big shot of me, because you guys have better pictures than I do. The Medina, I went to the Medina earlier in the morning. It's pretty rainy, not a lot of activity. I went to the Hassan II Tower, Hassan II Tower, which is one of the kings before the king now, the mausoleum and all that stuff, but there's not a lot of people. It's a little bit rainy. It's been a rainy AFCON if you guys have been watching. So hopefully welcoming a little bit of better weather for the final on Sunday, but I don't think that's going to be the case. It looks like it's going to be like this the entire weekend.
Nico, we've done a few shows looking ahead to this final. This feels like the final we all wanted from a attacking point of view. I think it fits for both teams. Senegal have been the team that, for me, people have overlooked. Obviously, Morocco are everyone's favourite from what they did in the World Cup. How do you see this game going?
Listen, I think this game is going to be fiery. Senegal had a very important test against Egypt in the semifinal, and they kind of just little brothered Egypt, you know? They just stuck their hand out and went, you guys aren't good enough for us. They exposed a lot of their weaknesses, didn't allow them to get a shot on target, and although offensively they're very good, defensively they are incredible. Meanwhile, on the other hand, you have this Morocco team that should have beat Nigeria handedly, yet they got pushed to penalty kicks, and it felt like it would have been such a disgrace if Morocco didn't make the final because they were that much better than Nigeria, and they could only hold on for a 0-0 draw that took them to 120 minutes of football. So if Morocco aren't sharp, they have to improve what they showed versus Nigeria. I think they're not going to be able to lift the AFCON trophy because Senegal, beyond Sadio Mane, beyond Nico Jackson, beyond what they can offer you offensively, they are a force defensively. So I'm looking forward to this final because if Morocco are on it, it should be very fiery.
If Morocco are on it and it is a fiery match like you're predicting, what would it mean for them to lift the AFCON trophy, Nico, especially them being the hosts of the tournament this year?
Yeah, Kelly, I think it would be the crown jewel of trophies that Morocco has won recently because as we've talked about, it's kind of been the theme over the last year. Morocco has really redeveloped its football infrastructure from the grassroots up. It's been this total overhaul. And we saw the U20s win the World Cup over Argentina just a couple of months ago. Several other youth teams have won tournaments. The Chan, their AFCON, right, for that specific age group. But it's not only the men, it's the women as well. In all different types of disciplines, futsal and international tournaments. But the men's senior team doesn't really have a major title to kind of symbolize this growth and this change and this development of Moroccan football. So winning this, their first in 50 years, Claudia, 50 years. It's been half a century since they last won AFCON. It would be the ultimate prize.
Nico, picking up on Claudia's point there, in the short time that you've been there, I agree with everything you've just said, we can see that as observers, that the numbers are there, the historical data is there. But how much have you picked up from people you've met and spoken to there, what it would mean to them as people?
Yeah, I
vibe?
like your Hakimi jersey, by the way, Jeff.
Do you know, I got this especially, Nico. Do you know where I got this from?
His part of the closet.
It looks like a similar collection that I might have.
It's your part of the wardrobe. I went in this morning.
I could tell. Listen, I think it would be I was going to say extremely meaningful, but I think that's too small of an adjective. Mm-hmm. It is everything. It is everything to the Moroccan people. I asked so many people, the one thing that they told me is like how much they suffered in the penalty kick shootouts. There was someone who I know that was lighting oud on fire, which essentially it's this incense that brings good luck. And they were lighting the oud on fire at the stadium, like please. This is everything to them. I think almost in Africa, they feel like because of this standard that they've set from an infrastructure point of view, from a development of their national team's point of view, they kind of need this, right? And it would be like Morocco taking a massive step into the modernization of African football. Not that it all relies on one game, because I already think they have done that, but again, it's like they are at the forefront of this football revolution that's going on in today's world. And having this trophy would mean so much. And I think it's just a source of pride for Morocco, who hasn't won a trophy like this AFCON in half a century.
Nico, just looking beyond this for both teams, whoever wins this, how does that set them up for the World Cup? I think for two different teams, it does completely different things. I think for Morocco, everyone takes them seriously. And I think for Senegal, they're not the dark horse that the untrained eye is. I think they are very, very good. So what does it do for those guys and those nations going into the World Cup here in the USA?
Yeah, definitely. I think it does change the mood around both of these teams. Senegal was good last World Cup, man. They went toe-to-toe with England for a really long time. And I just think because we don't talk about them, at least in European or American media, I'm talking about all of the Americas, because we don't know so much about African football, we tend to just kind of like skip over Senegal. But Senegal have been really good for a really long time. They've been to 3 of the last 4 AFCON finals. But maybe underachieved at the World Cup. So if they were to win this, I think there would be a different sort of tone when we talk about Senegal. I think there should be, regardless of the result, by the way, on Sunday. And for Morocco, I think we already know everything that's gone on with Morocco. I don't think a lot changes for them either, but it just vouches for their credibility. Like, this is a big-time team that's ready to get big-time results and upset teams at a tournament. It's like they'll be even less of an underdog when they'll face like Brazil, for example, at the World Cup.
Nico, what's the talk right now, real quick, about Senegal and Sadio Mane? He did say that this is going to be his last AFCON. So how big of a story and how big of a part will that play going into the final?
Yeah, it's the motivation of your last dance. It's his last AFCON. The player that has most contributed goals to the tournament in its history. This guy is a major legend of African football and has already won an AFCON. I mean, he's tearing it up this tournament. He's tearing it up before. He's no stranger to this stage, right? The pressure's a little bit less on Senegal because Morocco had this certain obligation from the crowd, from the people, from its history to win this tournament. So I think that plays in favor of Senegal. And Sadio Mane, for him, it's going off on a high note, and then I would imagine we're seeing the last of him on the national team. I wonder what life is going to be like for him after the World Cup 2026. So it's going to be an incredible moment. Keep an eye out for Sadio Mane, one of the greatest African players ever playing his last AFCON game.
Yeah, most goal contributions in the history of AFCON for him, 20 at the moment. Could he make it 21, 22 this Sunday? We'll find out. Nico, thank you so much.